ourselves? Okay, so hi, welcome to our interview. We are going to introduce ourselves.
Hello, my name is Maria and I'm from Russia, from Siberia.
Hi, my name is Javier and I'm originally from Spain.
Well, what we would like to tell you that we started the same Erasmus Mundus Master Program, which was called Train the Trainers.
Yeah, the name of the Erasmus Mundus, Mundus for Formación de Professionnels de la Formation. And we didn't know each other before arriving in that master. I came to that master from Spain, and Maria comes from...
And I came from Spain as well, because I worked in Algeciras in Spain, and then I decided to take this master, so I came also from Spain.
And the mobility path was different in that Erasmus Mundus. The Erasmus Mundus had 4 different semesters. We took the first and the 4th semester, one university, and second and third semester with the summer in the middle in a second university. In my case, it was Granada in Spain, Reims in France, after the summer, Reims in France, and coming back to Spain for the last semester.
Yeah, in my case, it was Porto, first in Portugal, then Granada, Spain, and back to Porto, Portugal.
That's it. And basically the Erasmus Mundus 4, the one we took, it was not aimed, but it was a teacher training master. It was for professionals of education who wanted to teach other people or who wanted to work in the training industry, but not really as primary school teachers or secondary education teachers. It's teacher training. After that master, we are able to teach other teachers how to teach, good techniques and different areas.
Yeah, and also this master was for people like me, because my first degree is in economics and logistics, for people that would like to improve their training experience and maybe to work in human resources later on. So it was both for people coming from with teaching degree as well as people from any other specialization.
That's it. And well, because it's an Erasmus Mundus master, we arrive in that master from different backgrounds. In my case, I saw the advertising, my home university was advertising Erasmus Mundus Master. I saw that one, and I also discovered it come with a scholarship. I mean, all the participants, they will receive one type of scholarship, and there were 2 different types of scholarships for European students like myself, and for non-European students coming from countries outside the European Union. So I applied, and the master came together with the scholarship. So at the same time, I applied online at the University of Granada in Spain. It was both for the master and the scholarship. So when I got accepted, it comes everything together. So the bureaucracy was very easy.
Well, I found information on this master through the internet, because it's been 7 years that I've been working, and I thought it will be nice to get a master degree, and especially in Europe. So I found this information on the internet. I applied for 3 masters, and one of them where I got scholarship was this degree. And as Javier was saying, it was quite easy, because as a foreigner, well, speaking Spanish, but maybe not at advanced level, it was quite good, because I was able to get this master, to study and to reduce all this bureaucracy. And also, well, to improve my Spanish and to learn new language, which was Portuguese in my case.
And you know, in that case, because you come from economics,
yeah.
Why did you took the master in teaching degree?
Yeah, well...
Because you got the scholarship? No.
Well, no, it's just because I'm coming from economics. I have another master in logistics, and then I thought it will be nice to study something different. Not the same one like investment logistics. So I applied through the system, and I wanted to do something like either law or either training, something that is a bit different, but also I could apply to my daily work. So that is why, and of course, scholarship was quite useful. I mean, it's always welcome.
For me, it was different. I'm already a primary school teacher. I'm also working as a secondary school teacher. So that master was very nice because it was like the end of the level, so teacher training also. And I already had experiences teaching children and teenagers. So that was nice to start like the third level of teaching, which is teaching adults or teaching other teachers. So that was my case.
Yeah.
And you know, the Erasmus Mundus Masters, they are all a consortium. It's a group of universities from different countries offering one program. And normally one of the universities is the head university or the responsible of the program. In our case, in our master, the responsible university, the coordinating university was in Granada, in Spain. So they were the ones in charge of coordinating Granada teachers, the teachers in Portugal, the teachers in France, and the teachers in Akershus in Norway. Norway?
Yeah, and also we had another university in Tarragona.
That's it. Two universities in Spain, one in France, one in Portugal, and one in Norway. The reason I asked Maria is because we did not visit the five universities. There's only two of them. That's why I was not sure. So Norway, and Granada was the responsible, and because we were many students from different countries, from different continents in different universities, there is what they call the integration week, the integration seminar, the orientation. This is normally done, as I told you, there are 4 semesters. When the second semester is finished, there is the summer in the middle. Before the start of semester 3, there is a 1 week orientation, 1 week
of introduction,
integration, where we met all the students from all the different partner universities. And actually, that's when we met, Maria and myself. We were taking the same master, but with different destinations. And we met during the 1 week orientation seminar in Portugal, which was not my university. I was there because of the seminar, and that's the place where we met.
Well, and because I started already in Portugal, I was glad to show Javier some nice places, some good restaurants, and well, that is why we met there. And well, for time being, it's been 3 years that we've been together. Yeah, quite a lot,
And actually, that's one of the things we wanted to explain in this video. From our point of view, the good thing of the Erasmus Mundus program is, 1, academically, of course, you will always get knowledge, you will always get new stuff you didn't know before. 2, the mobility path. I mean, you will be studying at least 2 different universities, or up to 4. If your Erasmus Mundus Master allows it, you can go 1 semester to one of the universities. So at the end, you will have visited 4 different places. And 3, all the intercultural knowledge, all the intercultural activities, all this meeting other students from other countries through the activities that the Erasmus Mundus Master organizes, like the integration seminar, the reading of the dissertations. When you finish 4th semester, you must write a dissertation and read it aloud, and that's also another week where we meet all the students from the master.
Yeah, and also it's very important that in this master we are able to meet students as well as from European Union and outside. So, for example, in my case, I shared a flat with different people, with the girl from Mozambique, then someone from Spain. So it's very interesting because you learn a lot. It's not only about like languages and knowledge. It's also about emotional intelligence, because you meet new people, you learn about their traditions, cultures, and then you try to adjust. And this is the place where you actually learn, when you try to survive. Well, when there is a party next door, or when you have to study hard, or it's very noisy outside. So from my point of view, this master is very useful also to develop your soft skills.
And what about the difficulties?
Specifically, I mean, in our case, maybe because we were, I mean, not old, but we were, how can I say, we were more experienced when joining the master, and we already had studied in other countries of work abroad. We really did not find difficulties finding the apartment or finding the accommodation or bureaucracy. I mean, for us, it was okay. But I remember many students in our master arriving for the first time in Spain or in France from a different country or continent. It was quite difficult for them to find accommodation, to be able to rent student residence, because specifically in our master, I cannot talk about all the Erasmus Mundus ones, but in ours, the coordination did only coordinate academic issues. So the rest was a little bit, okay, just come to Granada, find an apartment. Well, no, it's not that easy. So we would recommend, in our case was okay, but maybe the consortium of universities, they will also need to provide a list of possible accommodations or look already for a student residence and arrange some prices and say, look, you are 20 students, we have 20 rooms for you, that residence. You don't want it? Look for an alternative, but at least to provide with some accommodation, because that was the most difficult thing, accommodation and the money. And the second difficulty about the different type of scholarships. That's something that we were very much worried.
Yeah, because for example, as I said before, I'm from Russia, from Siberia, so I'm from outside of the European Union. But because I've been already studying and living in Spain for 2 years, they consider me being European student for a scholarship. So it's like I don't get all these nice allowances, and then my scholarship is less. So then you consider and say, wait, I have to come from Russia? Yes. I have to visit my parents? Well, yes. I have to rent an apartment? Yes. Well, why I'm considered to be European Union? Just because I've been to this country. So from my point of view, it could be improved or it could be changed a little bit, because I mean, I still have all my I have all these expenditures in my country, so it shouldn't be treated differently.
Because the program has, I mean, academically, we consider it perfectly organized. Economically, that was one of our difficulties. For the people who doesn't know how the Erasmus Mundus work, it's very simple. There are two types of scholarship. Scholarship A for non-European students, scholarship B for European students. The money changes. Both scholarships, you have a monthly payment. In our case, it was 1,000 euros for students type A, 500 for Europeans like myself. And that was kind of, okay. We are both living in, let's say, France. We are both renting one apartment. We are both eating the same food. We are both taking the same train. Why I must survive with 500 euros and why type A grantee has 1,000? To survive in the country, we need the same money. The second difference, I understand. Type A, non-Europeans, they receive an extra payment for flight, for mobility. And that's something I agree. From Spain to France, I only need to pay 30 euros for a Ryanair flight. From Colombia or from Chile to France, it's going to be like 1,000 euros the flight. So that's why what we think is like Erasmus Mundus is great. Both the scholarships are great. If you are not European, you receive money for your flights. But the monthly amount, we consider it will be better if both people receive the same money, because actually both European and non-European are living in the same country, studying at the same university. And for us, only 500 a month in France or a university in Spain, it was kind of difficult, especially when you see all the people receiving 1,000 a month. But actually, those were the two difficulties.
I would say that it's only
the money and the lack of information about residence and all that.
So, what was the impact of this experience on your life?
Well, for me, it's quite clear now. Well, I met my boyfriend, Yeah. Which one? Which one?
Okay.
Yes, well, I would say that the most important one was like my personal experience, no? That I met Javier and then we became a couple. So, well, we were dating for some time while I was traveling to France, he was traveling to Portugal, we were meeting. And then later on, we decided that, well, I moved to Alicante, where Javier was based, and then I found here a job. I decided to live in Alicante as well. But I would say that apart from the languages and meeting people and all of this, for me it was Javier. What do you say?
And at
Sorry,
the
can you repeat?
professional level?
Well, for the professional one, I would say that it was quite useful as well because what I did in Portugal and in Spain, I did an investigation about emotional intelligence and soft skills, and then how it's possible to develop these soft skills for the potential entrepreneurs. So I developed the course that I offered, and later on I offered it not only through the master but also outside. So for example, I gave some classes in Spain, also I went back to Russia where I gave some classes. So for me it's like, well, I added some additional lines to my curriculum. So now it's not just, well, I look for a job in logistics and in economics, but also I have this educational training experience. And well, it's like, it's always good to have it. So of course, definitely it was something positive. And languages, I mean, currently I have like Spanish and Portuguese advanced level, so it's also like, well, quite a plus while you live in Europe.
Well, for me, the impact, I met a nice lady from Siberia, Russia.
Yeah.
And 3 years ago, we decided to start a new venture together. And today, 3 years later, we are still a couple. We hope to be a couple in the next 3 years times 10 or 20. No?
Oh,
More or
well,
less. Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah. So basically, the impact has been when I arrived in the Erasmus Mundus, I was a single man after 15 years of my life. And well, after the Erasmus Mundus, I consider myself a man with a partner, a life partner from Siberia. So basically, that's been the greatest impact. And as I already mentioned before, that was not my first experience abroad or my first experience with a master. I already have 5 undergraduate degrees, laureates, and I already had 2 masters. I've been in other countries, but I always came back to Spain alone. In this case, well, we found each other, and I mean, we are happily living together in Alicante, in Spain. And professionally, the master, Erasmus Mundus, I created a teaching portfolio that I'm still using. Thanks to the Erasmus Mundus internship, because during the master, you will have to develop 2 internships. You must be working in the field area. In my case, I worked at the University of Reims in France and at the University of Alicante in Spain. And I organized some teacher training courses on intercultural awareness, new technologies applied to teaching, and time resources and time management for teachers. And today, after 4 years from the first edition of that course, I'm still in charge of those courses. So I'm still working teacher training on the courses I organized, I prepared during my Erasmus Mundus. And as Maria said, when the Erasmus Mundus was finished, we came back to Alicante, to Spain, and we are working for the European Union. Today, we work in the European Office for trademarks. We are working as interims in this office, but I mean, we speak the 5 languages of this office thanks to the Erasmus Mundus that allowed us to improve our skills. And also the Erasmus Mundus, it's a European master. It's recognized in the 28 countries of the European Union. So to work in this institution, it was very positive for us.
Great. So thank you for your time. Would you like to say something else?
Well, to anyone watching this video, people normally say, oh, Javier and Maria, you're so lucky you got a scholarship. I'm not lucky. She was not lucky. We were looking for that information, we received that information, and we apply. For people who think we are lucky, just for you to know, this is a percentage. Every time we apply for a master or a PhD, you need like 10 applications. One will be accepted, the other 9 will not, but you need to make it. With Erasmus Mundus, it's very easy. You go to Google, you write Erasmus Mundus 138. There are 138 Erasmus Mundus Masters. If you enter that in Google, you will arrive in the official website with the 138 masters where you can read how to apply. You apply online, you send all the documents online, and you will be accepted if you try 3 of them.
Yeah. And in one I got accepted. And from my side, I would say, well, for people watching us, like it's never too late, because sometimes I hear from people, well, I'm too old, well, I'm already 25, and it's like, well, you still have time to improve some skills if you want to change your life or do something different. So as far as I know, there are, no limitation as such in this master. You can be male, female, from European Union, outside of European Union.
Equal opportunities, no matter your country where you're from, no matter your age. By the way, I'm 21 plus 13. I'm 34. So when I started the master, I was already 30, so it's okay. No problem.
Yeah, we had some colleagues of 40 years old, 45. So that's why I'm saying it's never too late. If you decide that you want to do something different to study, Erasmus Mundus would be a good opportunity to do that.
Especially the Erasmus Mundus, they are not restrictive with the entry degree. If you studied like Maria economics and you always wanted to work in the teaching field, there are teaching field Erasmus Mundus that will accept people from economics. Why not? It depends. Of course, you cannot take an Erasmus Mundus in anesthetics if you've never studied doctor things. But normally, the entry requirements is to have 1 university degree, enough. And then you can study culture, history, languages, economics, no problem.
Yeah, they ask you, of course, to know the language. At least to have like English, and then it depends on the university. It could be Spanish, Portuguese, French. But as far as I know, it's intermediate level. It's accepted.
Of course, if you're going to study in Italy and you have no idea of Italian, it's going to be very difficult. Even if you take the free language course offer, you really need to at least master the language of the countries you're going to be studying, because you will be studying at the university level, reading articles, reading books. So for people who think Erasmus Mundus means studying in English, in Italy, in Spain, no, forget about it. If you select Italy, it's because you know Italian. If you select, I don't know, Portugal, it's because you can speak Portuguese. If not, select a university where English language is used as the tuition. So that's an advice we will give. Some people in our master, they were struggling with the language, and they got a free language course, 80 hours, but that's not enough to follow university lessons.
Thank you again for useful information. Okay, thank you, and we can close our speech.